filmed in Mumbai is so clever, I loved it. It uses black and white closed-circuit footage from security cameras to tell the tale of a criminal who is pursued. At first, there's just one camera on the criminal, stealing into a high-security area past a sleeping guard. And then the film gets progressively more divided as the camera uses split screens of 2 separate cameras and then 4. What a brilliant concept. It's like a video game to find the criminal, as there are appearances of the cast from different directions, exiting and entering. Love the smart ending when things are indeed unfinished. This film is even more suspenseful in that the percussion and synth music really increases with urgency. This film is unforgettable. Excellent job.
Enjoyed this film and loved this idea of, telling the story all through security footage. I thought it was, really well done. And I think the score really helped keep the suspense without there being any dialogue or anything. Yeah, I think it would have been nice to maybe get more of a background or backstory of the characters and know exactly what all of them want, but just from like the aspect of like telling a story through just security footage, I thought was really well done, and I really dug the ending. So yeah,
I
great job.
love this concept. The idea of kind of watching security cameras, but obviously like way more exciting. And that was thanks to the music. It was really great, added to the suspense of the whole thing. I love the way the screen moves from 1 to 2 and then to 4 different screens. I thought that was so clever and very well executed, and it's really awesome to watch the action move across all these different frames. I was on the edge of my seat because I was watching them all at once and trying to figure out what was going to happen next. And then that ending, wow, I think everybody can relate to that because I thought it was great. I really liked this piece.
Very intriguing, quite an engaging thriller. I love the title. It is quite the mystery, with the music score is just adding to the whole cryptic and anxious sense of the scenes you're watching, and the ending is totally frustrating. Yeah, it is quite engaging. You feel embedded into the story. It's just like a great plot. I really enjoyed it.
I felt that the filmmaker did a great job conveying suspense and how high the stakes were in this moment, and I think that a lot of that can be attributed to the sound design and the editing. I found myself wondering and wanting to know more contextually about where this was taking place and what the motivation behind the person breaking into this area was. I think that the filmmaker made this feel very cinematic, and that's something that could be difficult with security camera style footage, but it really worked for this piece, and I was impressed by how intense and cinematic it felt.
This was really cool that it was all visual storytelling. You really did not need any words. Everything that was done in the pictures in the frame let you know the emotion of the piece, what was going on. You didn't need words. And I think that the music that they selected really added to the suspense in all of it. I enjoyed the first time they did a split screen. I thought that was really clever when it went to 2 and you could follow along and see where it was going from one screen to the next. When it did split again to 4, it was a little bit difficult to keep track of where the action was coming in, what was happening. I think it was a lot easier with 2 rather than the 4, but all in all, I think that they did a great job.
It was true to what it's called. I really liked this. I liked the style that it was, and the kind of way that it was filmed, and the way that you saw everything kind of happening. And then of course when you get to the very, very end, it's like irking in a way, but not in a bad way necessarily, because by that point, like, you're invested in this story. You don't have like any real like sound, you have no context for what's happening. you get these like security feed shots that it's jumping in between, and then you have like different ones going on the screen, which, like I said, is a really interesting way of filming it, or of kind of telling the story. And then it cuts off like right at the end in a very unfinished way that just kind of leaves it up to the audience to try and figure out what they want to make of that, which I thought was so interesting. But I really liked it. I thought it was really interesting and fun in the way that it just, you kind of get to make up your own ending, I suppose.